I think she recognized an opportunity. What were the choices? You know, become a stenographer or maybe a model.
In early 1962, Sharon Tate showed up at the office of agent Hal Gefsky with a recommendation from actor Dick Beamer. She had the looks, but no experience.
I don't know if she had any, I didn't have any idea if she had any talent, but she was charming and sweet, you know, everything personal about her that would make her possible to develop it.
Gefsky agreed to represent Sharon on the spot and got her work in a few commercials. He sent her to the offices of Filmways Productions to audition for a part in a new series called Petticoat Junction. Producer Herb Brower didn't give her the part, but he rushed to call his boss.
She had no professional training at that time. Zip. I mean, as far as I knew, she was a 19-year-old kid, and it's just a gamble. I mean, I knew that we were going to have to train her and make an investment, probably for a year, to train her, but she just had a great natural quality.
Sharon Tate was signed to a 7-year contract with Filmways. At a time when the traditional Hollywood star system was ending, it was an unusual break.
I think the Filmways fantasy, if we can put it in sort of corporate terms, were that we could build a star, have a 7-year contract, make a deal with her that was reasonable, but that she would become a profit center in one sense, and also a star under contract, which can give you a lot of leverage in terms of making films. That I think was the objective.
The early 1960s were a time of optimism in America, and Sharon's healthy, all-American California girl look was in demand by photographers and casting agents.
Yeah, every time she would go anywhere, just shopping or anything, she would get cards, and she would come in. When she'd come in the office, she'd save them all, and we'd go over them, and they were all mostly just come-ons, you know.
Filmways put Sharon through a rigorous program of physical training, acting lessons, and grooming. They installed her at the Studio Club, a house for young actresses run by the YWCA.
And Sharon moved in with this first roommate, and I got a frantic call that she wanted to move rooms, not out of the building. She loved the building. But the girl that she moved in was sort of making a pass at her. And she didn't know what was happening, and she didn't want anything to do with her. So I called the lady up and asked her if she would please, I didn't explain why, but if she'd change rooms, which she did.
Sharon soon moved out of the Studio Club and into an apartment with fellow Gefsky client Sheila Wells.
We did a lot of things. We went to screenings, we went to parties. We had a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We both had dogs. She had a little Yorkshire Terrier, and I had a Afghan hound. So we'd walk our dogs, and we lived right off the Sunset Strip on Clark Drive. So we'd walk down to the Hamburger Hamlet, and well, there'd be different publicity photo shoots, and then there was acting class, and there was always something, and then of course, social life. Let's not forget that.
On Thanksgiving of 1964, Sharon met celebrity hairstylist Jay Sebring at a party at the Whiskey A Go-Go.
Hi, my name is Jay Sebring, and I'm 35 years old. Before I entered the hair business 14 years ago, I made up my mind that I was going to do all that I could to elevate the profession.
I'd met Jay a few times. You did, if you had hair in Los Angeles at that time. He was one of the stops on the Make Me Look Better circuit.
Peter, what are you doing here?
Well, Jay, the word is out around town that you're giving free haircuts. And I'd go a long way to get one of your free haircuts. That's why I'm sitting in your chair.
Yes, well, we're making a film, and I've got to explain to the
business.
profession.
Well, that's fine, I'd like to hear myself, so if you don't mind, I got 3 or 4 days,
Sharon and Jay began a serious relationship. She spent most of her time at his house at 9860 Easton Drive, the former home of actress Jean Harlow, where Harlow's husband, Paul Byrne, had committed suicide.
And she just loved all of the intrigue about that house. And my mother said, my gosh, she said, that was so interesting. And she went through every room, and this is where this happened, and this is, yeah, I mean, well, she had my mother frightened. I mean, she just had this great, that's another thing, great imagination. And I mean, she swore she could hear the ghosts, and she saw ghosts, and okay, fine, whatever.
I think that Sharon basically was looking towards the normal thing at that time, which was finding the right guy, having the kids, the house with the little picket fence. I really, I don't think that she had great aspirations to go in this direction from the beginning. I think that she was just riding the wave.
Sharon charmed Jay's circle of celebrity clients. Most people expected them to get married, but Jay was hesitant. He had just been divorced and was also enjoying the popularity of his newfound fame. Jay was one of the first hairdressers to achieve celebrity status in Hollywood. The lead character in the 1975 film Shampoo would be based in part on Jay Sebring and would be portrayed by former client Warren Beatty.
I just want us to have a normal life like everybody else. Get up early, take you out to a movie on the weekend. I'm trying, baby. I just can't get out of my own way.
What are you trying to do?
I want you to marry me.
It's too late.
We're not dead yet. That's the only thing that's too late.
Filmways gave Sharon a recurring bit part as a secretary in their hit series, The Beverly Hillbillies. The idea was to give Sharon some experience in front of a camera without drawing attention to her yet. So they ordered her to wear a black wig. Later in 1964, they tried to give her a small part in their production of The Sandpiper.
Elizabeth Taylor did have a problem with her. Kim Novak had a problem with her. There were several female actresses or quote-unquote stars that immediately took a dislike to her because simply her beauty, they felt that she was a threat and that they had to get rid of her.
Sharon had her first co-starring role in England, playing the part of a witch in a macabre thriller.
Catherine.
Oh, dear. Help me. I am helping you, Catherine. Just a few more steps. Just a few more steps. Poor Philippe. You're mad. The phone was constantly ringing and going here and going there and, oh, you're working, oh, that's good, oh, I didn't get the part, oh, that's okay. I mean, it was darling. It was really darling. I think that we both knew that we were lucky and we were making the best of it and really enjoying it because it was exciting.